Hey guys, it's Liz. I think I'm gonna call my channel Flippin' Lizards. Maybe because like people still call me Lizard from like way back in high school, and lately I'm trying to flip things and see if I can like make an income like I see everyone else on YouTube doing. I guess I'll sort of start explaining how I wound up in the hallway in my room. No, I like put off making a video for this long because I have nowhere to film it in my house. I have 3 boys and their stuff is everywhere, and I finally, here I am in a hallway. I don't know. If I can get it together enough, maybe I'll make a better background. That's a goal. Adding that to my long list. So here's the deal. I have spent the last 10 years, maybe more, doing marketing. I started in Las Vegas. I was doing marketing for casinos, and 4 years ago I moved my family home to Buffalo, New York. My husband and I wanted to raise our kids here. It's a really great place to raise a family, and I started doing marketing for national parks, which was amazing. You know what YouTube's gonna teach me? That I say all the time. I say and I say sorry. I don't know. I say sorry for everything. If I bump into you, I say sorry. If it's just, it's a thing. Am I the only one that says sorry for everything? It drives my husband crazy, but anyhow. So maybe, what is it? It's July. Somewhere around January, I think I came across like a Gary V trash talk video where he was like going to garage sales and he was like, make $300 in a weekend. And he was buying stuff at garage sales and selling it on eBay, making a profit. And I was working full time. My family has a greenhouse business, so we're under construction building 9,000 square feet of hydroponic greenhouses right now. But all of my husband's income is going into the greenhouses, so he's not bringing anything home right now. And I was like, well, I could use an extra $300 a weekend. Like, that sounds cool. So I watched a bunch of videos and I was curious, but there was no time. I mean, when you're working full time and you have 3 kids and you have a business you're trying to start up, there's not a lot of free time. And then the pandemic started. And that was crazy. Am I right? Like, I didn't anticipate this, any of it. But I eventually was furloughed for my job. And it's the first time in my life that I have not been working. At the same time, I had to transition into essentially homeschooling my kids, which I was not prepared for. But there was a little more time than I was used to having. So I started doing more research on this eBay reselling and this whole like flipping culture, community, economy. I'm not even sure what to call it. I have a degree in economics from UNLV. So it's fascinating to me that you're sort of finding, there's a buyer out there for everything, and it's finding that buyer, and supply and demand. And it's really fascinating. So I had time, but we couldn't go anywhere. And like I said, there's stuff everywhere in my house. I mean, I could grab something right now. Look, I don't even know. What is this? Everywhere. It's everywhere. That was not in my notes for the video. So I wanted to sort of test out eBay. I was trying to understand it. So I don't know, once the kids kind of got finished with school for the year, I started sort of going through things that either don't fit, that we don't use anymore. And we have a lot of stuff that's brand new, like still in the box, never touched. I don't know why. And trying to list it on eBay and understand that process. And like, I understand SEO and keywords and making sure the keywords are where they're supposed to be, and then figuring out shipping, that has probably been the biggest learning curve for me. I am not, I don't mail things. It's awful. I mean, I'm terrible. Like, I use Amazon to send everyone's gifts solely because I don't want to deal with trying to ship them a package. So that's been a learning curve for me. So I would say it's been fun and interesting so far, kind of figuring it out. And there's like some bartering and best offer, and do you offer free shipping? There's a million questions. One thing I want to add, Gary V, I really like you. I think you're really cool. We're about the same age, so I got some catching up to do. But when you put it out there on your YouTube, like, make $300 in one weekend, like, that's not totally accurate. This is one of the things that I feel like there's not a lot of talk, or I haven't come across it on like eBay sell-through rate, and the time it takes to sell items. So I'm just trying to figure it out. So everything's sort of a test. I'm just selling anything. Clothes, shoes, toys, DVDs, video games, you name it. I'm putting it up there. I want to see how the process works. But I mean, I had listed quite a few things, and I didn't have any sales, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And that was when I kind of realized, like, this stuff takes time. And in order to have, for these big stores that have hundreds of sales a day or more, they've got thousands of items listed. As a new seller, that's pretty difficult because, one, eBay wants to make sure you're legit and good, and so they limit you on how many items you can list. That was my first issue, and I'll talk about that in a video later. But you can't just jump on and list 100 things, right? So then you've got to be a little more choosy in what you're putting on. So at this point, I have listed, I think, almost 60 items. Some were like donated to me. I have friends that have given me things, and either they didn't fit, or just didn't work for me. And instead of donating them, I tried to resell them. I hope that's okay. Like, I didn't ask. I have like guilt. Anyhow, I had stuff around the house, and recently, garage sales are back and thrift stores are opening back up. So I've been sort of foraying into that and figuring it out. So I think I've got about 60 things listed, and I'll put it up here. I'll figure out how to do that. I'll put a little thing up here that shows you how many sales I've had. It's not that much. I am just about to break $200 in revenue, but that is with nearly zero cost of goods, because most of it was stuff that I already had and just flipped. Now we're getting into things I've thrifted, and I'll make a whole video about that, because that's not as easy as it looks. You've got to really know your stuff. I don't know my stuff. No, I don't. I have a difficult time just not shopping for myself, one, or my kids. I'm used to just like, okay, I'm going to go to the boys section. I'm going to go to the stuff I like. And I also have a tough time. Like, I'm not sure the brands that resell. I know brand names. I know what should be, feel like good on the resale market, but it's not always. So there's a lot of research that goes into this. And I also have kind of a hard time, like, I'm afraid everyone's looking at me when I'm like scanning stuff and trying to look at stuff on eBay. I've also been looking a little bit into retail arbitrage, which is really fascinating to me. Retail arbitrage is really fascinating to me because you go into stores, you find stuff on clearance, and you can resell it on Amazon at a pretty big profit, or eBay. But I'm really curious about Amazon. Like, I'm looking into selling on Amazon. It would be ideal to get in now, get in for the third quarter, because my understanding is fourth quarter is like insane. But that takes a little capital, and I'm not working, not a ton of capital at the moment. But what I'm trying to do is anything I'm making reselling right now, I'm just reinvesting right into reselling. I'm going to try to scale it. It's like a test, guys. Like, can I scale this into an actual income? I don't know. Like, the internet tells me so. YouTube tells me so. I've watched a million videos. I've watched, obviously, Gary Vee, Reezy Resells, Cupcake Trainings, Renee Christine, I really like her. Harry Tornado, he's been really interesting. There's more, Rake and Profit. There's a lot. There's so many channels out there. And so I kind of want to, it's like a fun time to test and see if this is actually doable. It would be ideal for me. My family's building these hydroponic greenhouses. We're several months away from actually being complete with construction and being able to move to full-time growing. I'd love to be able to put back into my own business and not go back to my corporate marketing job. Like, that's the goal, really. And if I can bring in enough income somehow, flipping stuff and reselling it, like, that's ideal. The other little caveat here is I don't know if my kids are going back to school in September. I feel like there's a lot of us out there that don't really know what's happening. And I kind of want to know that I'm able to be here if they need to be homeschooled. It's important to me as a mom. Like, I don't know. I feel bad saying this. I was having a really tough time when we first started the quarantine. Like, I've never not worked. And I just felt like we were all stuck and everybody was miserable, and it was a fight to do school. I really thought it was a struggle. And my 10-year-old has looked at me multiple times in the last couple months and been like, this is the best time of my life. Like, I just love that you're home. I love that I get to see you every day. And I was like, well, one, awesome. He's amazing. Two, this is like limited. Like, we'll never get this chance again to be at home with our kids. And I'm not the greatest teacher, but I'm not the worst. But I want to know that I'm able, if they don't go back to school, that I'm able to give them the time and the attention that they need. And so trying to find an income that I can do on my own time and when I have time seems ideal. One other thing. I also think that there is income to be made on YouTube. Now, I have an 18-year-old son. He's a musician, a fantastic musician. I'll link him in the description. I mean, he's phenomenal. Like, he's gone to the International Blues Challenge. He's really good. And I have been helping him with his YouTube for, I don't know, a year and a half. And it is difficult. I cannot figure out how you get subscribers and how you get your videos out there. But I think if you can find a way, there is an income to be made. So there's a thing called an orbit where you make a video every day for 365 days, which is what I want to do. But I have to be realistic. And I know that, like, if I set goals that are too high for myself, I don't meet them. It's got to be a little more realistic, and I got to break it up into chunks. So I'm going to start with 30 days. I'm going to do a YouTube video every day for 30 days. And if I can get to 30 days, then I'm going to make it 6 months. That's the plan. Then I'll turn it and see if I can't make this whole YouTube thing work. I feel like there's got to be other people out there that are interested in getting into reselling. Maybe there's people that can help me, because I'm just figuring this out as I go and I'm making a lot of mistakes. But I think it would be pretty cool to sort of test out the theory of, can you make an income on YouTube? And do you want to follow along? Do you want to follow along and see me try to sell things and make money? It might be fun. It might be fun. I'll probably also talk about my greenhouses a little more and share some stuff about that. And kind of getting my kids involved. My 10-year-old, has been helping by, like, he was at the garage sales with me picking out video games and negotiating, and then I'm listing them for him at the prices he decides. He's searching eBay, going to complete it. He's doing the whole thing. So it's kind of fun to get the kids involved, and I have no problem with creating my own little entrepreneurs. I think that's cool. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I got to deal with the backdrop. I got one of those ring lights. Can you tell? Does my skin look like young? And do I look like trying to look cute? I don't know. I was going to do my hair, like straighten it, but it's so humid in Buffalo right now. There's no point. So this is what you get. Anyways, I don't know, guys. I'm going to try it. How hard can this be? I'm going to look back in a year and be like, how hard can it be? It's hard. It's harder than it looks. That's the truth. It is harder than it looks, and it is work. It's not. None of this is like passive income. It is very active and engaged income, but I think it might be worth it. It's been fun so far. Like, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Plus YouTube, I don't know. I mean, I'm fun. I got lots to say. Anyhow, it's a beautiful day. And I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. And let me know in the comments, like, if this is interesting, if you want to hear about the greenhouses, if you want to see more about how I'm getting the kids involved and trying to create little entrepreneurs from them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's all, folks. Yeah. I probably need an ending, right? I hope everyone has a beautiful day. Get out there and do something great today. Don't actually flip lizards. Don't flip lizards because they're cool. Lizards are like good luck, I think. So don't actually flip them, okay? Don't flip the lizards. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, help me out and give this a like, hit the subscribe, maybe hit that like alarm. I don't know, hit the alarm. It might be fun. It might be fun. You could hit the alarm, and then if you're like totally annoyed by my one video every day, you can be like, unalarm. But help me out. Okay. Bye. Oh. The door's open. Cool. Okay. And I've got, I don't know what I have. I don't know. I'll probably edit this out. People's products, or people.